Hello, guys and girls and everyone else out there that are watching my videos. I am joined by Fuaranna.
Hello!
Hello, how are you?
Hello! I'm good.
That's good.
I have a good
to
day.
hear. Yeah,
We have
yeah.
been building.
Yeah, it's
something epic.
Sunday when we record this. So, just the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
So, let me explain to you guys what this is about and why Fuaranna is also joining me today and in some other videos. In Nexus, our little community Discord, which is a very fun Discord, so if you wanna join in, the link is in the description and be a part of something cool, right?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah, dude.
So me and Pretzel have started this contest in our Discord called the Nexus Duo Contest, which is basically a contest that goes on to this, that you are mixed up with someone in the community, but you don't choose your own duo partner. That is something I did a poll on, where everyone was kind of like watching it, and I took a name off a hat, and it was super fun. So you guys can kind of guess what happened here. Me and Fuaranna, we got duoed up.
Whoop!
Whoop whoop. And our heads started like with tons of ideas.
Yep.
The first idea we had, we kind of like skipped from that and went to something more prettier.
I really like that we started with like, ooh, yes, let's do destruction, and then it's like,
Yeah, because we were sitting and fiddling a lot with this, kind of like what we were gonna do, because we both are the builders. We're not really the coaster builders, so we prefer building. But we had to like divide the stuff and figure out what to do. So Fuaranna, she built this amazing launch wing coaster, which we both actually in some weird way kind of agreed on. We kind of both wanted something launched at least.
yeah. Gotta love launch coasters.
Yes, they are very fun. And then our inspiration kind of like came with Terran and kind of a little bit with Phoenix. And we know Terran is not a winged, but just more the theming of Terran, how intricate and compact the stuff are around the coaster. So that's kind of like what we went with, or are going for, at least.
Yeah, the compactness of how the area where Taron is built in is really cool, and we're totally not doing that theme, but and also the coaster is not that compact. I actually really tried to follow the B&M wing coaster.
Yeah, you really
realistic
studied
layout.
those.
Yeah, I watched every single POV of B&M wing coasters I could find. Watched the videos like 10 times, tried to understand what would be logical to have in our builds. And yeah, of course you need some space with the wing coaster, because of course the seats are outside of the track, so it's wide, and yeah, you can't really do a super compact thing. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So while you went and did all that, you guys can kind of see in the background that the coaster will be it'll evolve through this speed build here without getting actually built on screen. But you will see, and that is basically because me and Fuaranna, we switch up the park once in a while. So when I'm feeling kind of like burned out, for a moment or a day, then she gets it and she goes in and build, and that's kind of like how this duo contest works, and kind of like a collab works. So we set for, I think it's been one of the longest time I used to decide color scheme. Where we were sitting, because I built this tower first. This was kind of like the concept. We found a lot of different concept arts we wanted to try, and then we kind of like mix and match it all together and try to find colors on it and so on. So as you can see here, we made a jump where all of a sudden it has a lot of colors.
Yes.
And
It's
those
so
were the
bright.
yes, and those were the colors we kind of went with, and I'm so happy we went with these colors because as soon as everything getting built and put together, and you definitely had some good color choices there that I really liked as well. So
Yeah, they
so
really
that's good.
work well together. We have like two types of like a teal blue, and then we have some warmer cream colors for the walls and stuff, and then a sort of orange to make a contrast color with the blue. And it has this really interesting vibe all of a sudden because a minute ago this was like looked like a wooden tower, but now it's all of
Yeah,
a sudden it has all this um almost like Mediterranean vibe and stuff. Yeah, it
totally,
really changes everything.
for sure. And we also kind of went with, I mean, the style we're going with is kind of fantasy Moorish, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that's not like it's a very unique theme, and we kind of wanted to bring in this sort of unique theme into the contest. Also, why I think we kind of like scattered a bit the post-apocalyptic dystopian stuff, because we felt like we wanted to make something super colorful afterwards when we finish the colors and find out the concept for it and so on. So yeah.
And also we figured out that a lot of people in the contest are doing
Yeah.
really amazing but looking projects, but they're all really destructive cities and stuff. So yeah, I was like, okay, maybe not this time then, because I love to make destruction and grungy buildings and
Yeah, me too.
but this is also so pretty. Just
Yeah,
makes me
and
happy to see the colors and stuff.
yeah, it's really nice we went with those colors, and especially now with the builds I'm gonna do today, which I have not talked about at all whatsoever. You've seen me build the tower here, and it's everything basically is built with off-grid pieces, so I kind of like can control the grid myself in some way or another. So I can just basically, if I want to place a piece like a weird angle, then I can without any struggle. And that's mainly what I do in this video. It's just custom builds, and I think this build goes up about 6,000 already or something when this is all done. Because I'm also making some domes and spires, and there's gonna be a lot of... I think this is gonna be some of the prettiest architecture stuff I have built in this entire Planet Coaster lifetime of mine.
That's a bold statement, but I agree. It looks really good.
Yeah, because I have not ever like tackled really spires or domes. I've already kept away from them. But I feel like after 3 years of experience that it's about time to tackle that challenge. And while I'm building all this, you are gonna focus a bit on the station, which looks amazing, by the way. I took a sneak peek today, and that will not be in this video. Next video, hopefully. Where we'll check out some of Fuaranna's builds she did. Because that's amazing, FYI. But yeah, as you see, the color scheme here really, they really work together now as soon as the tower gets more and more built. And the Moorish vibe kind of comes through too, I feel like, with the sort of spire roof we gave it, and the buildings on the sides, the windows things. Which is obviously something I'm gonna cover up on the inside so you don't see through it and just see the trim work and stuff. But yeah, I'm quite satisfied with how this first tower ended up of being like the first sort of concept we're gonna go with, you know.
Yeah, it sets the mood.
Yeah.
So really well done. I mean, of course, we did some research for stuff, but yeah, you actually started and put the colors together and the textures, wood and stone and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really good starting point for me, because today I just looked at yours to try and copy the style a little bit and colors and the materials, and then I added my own thing, and then both of us hopefully will be able to blend it together so it's not how do you say this, monotone, so it's very
Yeah.
What did we call it? I forget the word for it.
Yeah, but I know what you mean though. But I also, I mean, we took some time to kind of like discuss. Okay, this is the way we go with, and then let's just try to get the best out of it. Because we obviously want to bring our A game and build as good as we can here. With the time, I mean, we started late because Fuaranna gave me some time to finish up the dog ride, which I really appreciate because it was boggling me so much. Oof. So I got that out of the way so I could go 100% into this project here. So we got a little, like a week, 2 weeks even maybe, slight 2 weeks in it. And we have 2 weeks to finish this.
Yes.
But we have faith, and we're gonna go and
yeah. And if the deadline is close, we both are not afraid to work long hours to finish it. So I'm sure it will be okay.
Yeah, 100%. We are like the Nighthawks, right? That's what they call us.
I guess so. Or the procrastinators.
Or that.
So, are you going to tell something about the layers of the heights and stuff? Or that you're building here?
Our common goal here is that to get a lot of peaks, a lot of height into this project here. So wherever you kind of look, you have the coaster going around, but you also kind of like have these sort of spires and domes everywhere. We want to have this like super surrounded, so it feels majestic, but isn't really when you like look outside of it in some way. So we're that's kind of like the goal here. But what I'm trying to do here is that this building it's not gonna be here where it stands. It's gonna get moved later on. But what I'm trying to do is that I had like these sort of images both of us had, where we kind of like mixed and matched that with a different style of buildings too. So we kind of like took everything from all we kind of saw and mix and match that together. And I'm trying to do here is that this is obviously going to be some sort of a path the more in we go into the build, because I really want people to get up here and interact maybe with a shop or something, so we get a lot of more people walking around, because as I said, we want the coaster to interact or feel like you just can see it from everywhere you look pretty much. So, and I'm also making another building here. I'm starting on it now, which is gonna have like a big dome and a spire, and that is actually one of my prettiest builds, if I have to say it myself.
Yeah, it is really, really beautiful, and I am looking at how you're building now, and the first thing I noticed when I looked into the park is that you used the backside of windows for the walls.
Yes.
I have never done that before, so that was like an eye-opener to me, that's a small piece and it has nice texture, stony texture that you can use. It's really colorable. It's really good.
Exactly. Yeah, it's they're super good. They're super good with that, and you can even use the smaller one, the stucco window bit, which is a smaller one. And as I said, it's off grid, right? So you are absolutely master here of the pieces. You don't have any grid annoying you or whatsoever. So yeah, I'm really liking that. And as you can see, I also use the temple pieces a lot on this build, because they have sort of the same color as the stucco windows I used. And I gotta say, when the roof get this color, it just looks so amazing. I really love that we chose this color for the roof.
Yeah, the contrast with the yellows and the oranges is so nice.
It really
and
is.
Also, it's not really used that much, I feel like, that color. And that's also what we try to do, right? Because when I think of fantasy builds, it's usually, even when you Google it, it's usually medieval stuff. You know, houses with wooden beams on the facade, and then, you know, lots of wood, lots of stone, that's it.
Pretty much.
Here we try to sort of invent a new fantasy theme or something, or at least blend it. I mean, inventing is a bit of a big word, but yeah.
Well,
it works really well.
Yeah, and we're just trying to bring in something new, you know, just like, as you say, the medieval or like the whimsical stuff where it's like crooked, and you know, it's seen before, and we just want to try to bring in whatever, something that is just new to our eyes. And I really feel like we have something good going here with that.
Yes.
And we don't know yet if, I don't know yet if we will ever fill in the entire park. Because the rule are that you have this sort of amount of park size, but you're not forced to fill it all out. You just need to build a coaster, a ride, and a plaza. So,
Yeah.
and we don't have a ride in yet. We're still in the brainstorming stage of that. But we want something that can interact with the coaster in a bit, and also the theming and stuff. So it's still, we'll get it. We'll get there.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably something we will do later on in the project. Last maybe.
Yeah.
Not to forget it, but I feel like we need to set the theming of the coaster mainly. Yeah.
For sure. We really need to do that. And as I said, we don't know how much we will fill out. We will definitely just fill out where the coaster goes. Because we want it to look super cool, and kind of like you just, flying around this pretty looking town, which we hopefully are gonna have at the end here. And I don't know how many videos we will make of this, and it can be maybe one more just, or it can be 3, it can be 4. It all depends on how much we are getting built and how much time I have to make these videos. I just kind of like wanted to bring you guys in on this little project of me and Fuaranna here, and what it's all about. And also, since I do feel like that this is some of my prettiest architecture stuff I've done, so I feel like I wanted to share that as well. So don't expect a crazy series out of this, guys. And then Fuaranna will obviously join me in all of them, so we can share also what she does in the meantime when I don't have the park.
Yes.
And she also did finish the coaster, which we also used a little time on. But we wanted to be nice and realistic. And you did a good job doing that, so.
Thank you. Well, your feedback was also really helpful, so I feel like it was a duo effort.
Yes.
But I'm happy we got that out of the way, because I often, when I look at coasters, I don't really have inspiration striking me for how the layout should go. Yeah, but this time it helps that this park has a set limit of the size that we are allowed to build in.
Exactly.
Keep it small. So
yeah, because we don't want like a project, because sometimes you have these ideas for a project, and sometimes you just want to go large, and because you just have so many ideas for it, right?
Yeah.
Where I think here we got something good going on here. I feel like that we know when to stop when we get there, because I think both of us has this sort of super majestic look of a super fantasy-esque town with lots of colors and lush, and because I feel like, and then maybe we talked about doing a little bit like on the outskirts of the town center thing, a little bit more direct buildings, abandoned buildings sort of things, to get that in now when we really wanted to do it in the start.
Yeah, so we can get our need for destruction.
But as you guys can see here in the video, I'm slowly clearing off this dome here, spire here, and as I say, I'm really liking how it turned out. Thank God for the small adventure or temple pieces we got, because they're really a lifesaver here. Really like how all this come together in a whole.
Yeah, and your patience as well with building that dome. You're just tweaking it a bit more to get it the right amount of. Yeah, it's really cool looking.
Thank you. Yeah, I use some time, but I feel like I usually sometimes cut some of this stuff out where you guys see me struggle, but I feel like this is the first video, so I don't mind it being a little bit long and get you guys into what is actually happening and stuff like that, and also the struggle, because it was not easy, and this took me like an entire day to build. I was sitting, I think, almost 9 hours, or something like that. I feel like it's something like that. And just building. I obviously didn't record everything, but mainly these big builds here I'm doing. And this is not even the last one. I'm actually building one third guy too, and then making a little bit of some canal work and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but we have 2 weeks, guys, left, right? So these videos is gonna be packed with a lot of stuff. And also, I know my camera movements is always a little bit crazy, but you guys know it. That's just how it is. But yeah, I really feel like we got something good going here for sure. And we will, at some point, what we are going to do is that on the last week of May, I am streaming all the submissions for the contest, so you guys can also be there to watch what other duos have been doing in this last month into the contest. And you can also, if you want to, decide who is gonna win we are making a community voting. Also, why I mentioned you guys should join in Nexus and be a part of that as well, where you can get in and know all the creators and all that good stuff. Super cool. But yeah, were you gonna say something before?
No.
Okay.
I forgot. Sorry, I'm mesmerized by watching you build here. Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, I really feel like that, because we told with the Terran part, we made the second launch of Terran. We wanted like to have like some sort of speed into the second launch where it just like throws you away.
That surprise element as well, right?
Yeah. And you did good with that, and we kind of like made it in a little ditch, so it's kind of like buried underneath. Yeah, you guys are gonna see that here later on in the video. But it's so freaking cool. Really, really nice winged launch coaster you did there.
Thank you. I had fun building it. It's the first ever coaster I built that I really like. I feel proud of. So, yeah. It's I feel like I advanced up to, yeah, my coaster building is now not that shitty anymore. So yeah, I'm happy. Well, and yeah,
practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, I can always build coasters in this game. It is a coaster game, right? So it's not really so important to me who actually built the coaster, and you did a good job building
Thanks.
It. So it's, yeah.
Well, we got it out of the way, and now we can do the fun part, which is building the town and doing all the levels and details. And I can't wait to continue building on this.
Yeah, it's such a awesome theme we came up with. I feel like, and that's also what makes it more, interesting to me. Also, why I'm so like, it's, my hands are tickly every time you have the part, because it's just, I want to go in and build some more stuff,
Yeah, me too. That's what. And the some duos, they have they consist of a European and like an American, so they can easily switch. One of them will be asleep when the other works, but we both live in the same time zone, so we actually have to communicate a lot. Like, okay, when are you going to build? And yeah, we have some
That's
sort
true.
of schedule right now. Yeah, I feel that works.
But yeah,
we're
doing
wait.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't really wait for inspiration. We need to just sit down and build, because we don't have much time left.
Yeah, and I mean, all this you actually see in this video is actually me and Fuaranna building this in only 2 days. So
yeah,
so this is like
done this.
So yeah. It's still a lot of stuff we've done in 2 days. So what didn't we already build in like a week from now on? And we will try to keep you guys posted, and see how many videos I can get out of this. But this is the third building now that's gonna be added here. And you see a little skip here where I decided to change the color on it, but no need for you guys to see me struggle with that. So I felt like the white color here were more better than the yellowish color we have on the foundation. It just like comes out more with this white and brown color scheme. I really feel
Yeah.
like it works better like that.
Contrast is nice.
Yeah, and of course it'll get a lot more trims and stuff. But our goal is also to, I mean, we are obviously gonna keep some of these buildings, like, you know, it's gonna be, some parts maybe be repetitive, but we are gonna try see how much unique buildings we can build. So it's not like we build 3 buildings and then it's just everywhere, you know. So we're gonna try keep it a little bit more unique style of buildings on everyone, but still the same theme, sort of. So, but also something I feel like was funny though is that I feel like the 2 buildings I did kind of like it's a witch hat and a wizard hat.
Yeah.
So it goes well with the fantasy stuff at least.
Yeah, I really feel like you had a stroke of genius here building this. Because everything I mean, of course it took you 9 hours, but all the buildings are so nice. I'm so happy that we have such a good base now.
Yep.
And I am really curious to see where it goes.
Me too.
I struggled with the coaster station today, but you will see that another time.
Oh yeah, that will be in the next video, where hopefully let's not get our hopes up, but hopefully we will have a lot more done, like 40% or something.
Oh my god! In how many days do you want this done?
Well, I mean,
40%.
It's not like we need to keep the videos coming. Just as long as we got like a good amount of stuff, then we'll be fine. We're fast builders. We build this in 2 days, right?
That's
we'll
true.
be fine.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, I'll also post in the community tab about the schedule on the streaming, because I will stream 4 days in a row on YouTube, where we'll show off everything as I've mentioned. So yeah, you don't want to miss out, guys. And here I'm just doing a little bit more touch-ups here at the end, because I feel like I needed to look a little bit more pretty here. And then we're also slowly going towards the end, where I'll have a few cinematic shots of the coaster and of the build I did here. So, yeah.
I really like this path part over the launch, the second launch.
Yeah, I think we can I have a plan of making a pretty cool bridge, like something. Yeah, I'm having some ideas for a cool looking bridge, which I hope that I can record and give you guys in a speed build.
Nice.
Oh, we didn't even mention what this is called.
No.
I think you should mention it, since you kind of like came up with the name.
Okay. Well, I was looking at our build, and it had this sort of Mediterranean sort of vibe, a little bit like Mediterranean fantasy, a bit more like southern Spain and stuff. And the turquoise and the blue really reminded me of the sea as well. So I was thinking about the name of the coaster, and I stumbled across mythology, and I don't really know how to pronounce this in English, but you have the daughters of the sea gods, not Poseidon, but Nereus, and his daughters are the Nereids, and it's like 50 daughters. All of them have this specific yeah. He has been busy, man. They all have this specific character, like they represent the foam of the sea, or the current of the sea, or the coral, or whatever, stuff like that, sea life and stuff like that. And then I just looked through the names, which names look pretty, and there is one of his prettiest daughters is called Galatea. And we both felt like that would be a cool name for a wing coaster, because it sort of has that flow of the sea too, and then the colors and stuff. So yeah, we kind of went with that. That's
I
it.
love it. Yeah. So that's the name, guys. If you guys are curious, and we have some ideas for some water coral stuff. Yeah. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we will try to keep it as realistic as we can. I cannot promise that there will be switch tracks.
Yeah.
But at least there will not be floating islands or like other weird stuff that you would die if you ride the coaster. So yeah, we
Yeah.
will keep it as realistic as we can. But both of us are really not the most realistic builders ever.
Well,
we just
we're
like our fantasy and we like our creative freedom. So yeah.
Yes. I'm also considering more this contest as you're building an area for a theme park, right? So it's
Yeah, exactly.
and we look in like we still build realistic, but just like when I think this, I think like the things you place down, like you still put support beams, you still like we still do all that stuff. It's just the build itself, the architecture or whatever might just be slightly different from what you usually see, which is why it's fantasy, right?
Yeah.
So, I think we're settled here. I think it's gonna be good. And the colors, it's amazing.
Yeah, and then all the different levels of the people walking over all the high walls and everywhere. It will be so cool when there's guests in the park as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good.
Magical.
But guys, we're at the end here now. That was 30 minutes.
Damn.
So here are some cinematics, guys, as you can see. Beautiful.
Ooh, that's super cheap.
And me and Fuaranna, we will see you guys in the next video of Galatea, and hopefully have a lot more done.
No pressure.
So, but yeah, guys, leave a like if you think it deserves it, and some comments and whatever you guys have. And yeah, take care, guys, and stay awesome and stay safe. And thanks for joining me, Fuaranna.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Alright, guys. See ya. Bye.
Doei.
Doei.
Doei.